This video contains major spoilers for NieR Automata. You know, in case you didn't read the title. So you've finally gotten ending C and D in NieR Automata. And if you're like me, you probably had this reaction. 2B is dead, 9S is dead, A2 is dead, the humans are dead, Pascal's village is decimated. Everything that you were fighting for is gone. Then, Pod 153 asks you a question. I'm Ouroboros. Let's talk.
Androids were designed to protect their human masters.
Even if it's pointless, you still have to do it!
You two are the last remaining members of your hive. That's not the operator.
It's hard to overstate just how tragic this game is. There's so much death, so much destruction, so much despair. It's one of those stories that starts bad and just gets worse. It's one big downward spiral. You get to ending C or D and you think that it really hits rock bottom and that there's no happy ending. Or you think that maybe the ending that you got was the bad ending. So you go back and play the other ending and realize that no, both of these endings are heartbreaking. You've been emotionally punched in the gut over and over again for 30 to 40 hours, and it seems like this is the final nail in the coffin. NieR doesn't want to have a happy ending. Like 2B said in the opening, their lives are in a constant state of death. 2B being forced to kill 9S over and over again, the androids and machines constantly fighting each other. Despite the stunning world, it's not a pleasant place to live. But we're given a choice. Pod 042 asking, you hoped they would survive as well, didn't you? Is the game throwing you a bone? It's the developers saying, there's nothing left in this devastating world. But here's the tiniest glimmer of hope. And we all think it's going to turn around at that point. We see that we've finally earned ending E, the end of Yorha. The credits roll, and it's a bullet hell section. Of course, Yoko Taro had to throw one last fake out our way. So you play through and the pods discuss their thoughts on the game, developing consciousness and emotions. It's almost like a parallel to the machines, where the machines have finally come to be like their alien creators by expanding out into space. The androids have finally come to be like their human creators by giving into their emotions. The bullet hell isn't too hard. You may take hits here and there, but the checkpoints are rather generous to start out. Of course, you'll eventually start to wonder how long this will go on. A lot of people are involved in game development, and it usually takes a while to sit through normal credits of a game, let alone one that is actively trying to kill you. You'll finally die for the first time, and the game will ask you if you want to give up. And naturally, you'll continue on. And you'll fail. Over and over and over again. It's starting to feel like you're just not good enough to see the game through to the end. The difficulty ramped up so much, and now you just can't keep up. Eventually, your death screens will be filled with encouragement from someone, somewhere, until finally you're asked if you would like help. By accepting, your little icon will be surrounded by 6 others, and getting hit will only destroy them. And as soon as one of them is destroyed, it will immediately be replaced. The solo vocal is replaced with a full choir, and this wave of warmth and hope washes over you. But it says that someone's data was lost each time you're hit. So you play through to the end, and the pods talk directly to you, the player. They recognize that you've suffered so much through this journey, but offer you the ability to help someone who is struggling with the credits. In exchange, your save data will be entirely erased. You won't even know if your save data is used. There's no pop-up or achievement or notification, and you won't even know if it's all just some twisted way to mess with you. But in spite of all of that, I couldn't bring myself to even consider keeping my data. It didn't seem fair. So many people had sacrificed their saves for me, and they were the only reason I was able to finally see 2B and 9S reunited. Who am I to deprive someone of that happiness, that hope, that joy? And so, I cheerfully watched 30 hours of work and progress slowly be erased, bit by bit. I felt oddly content. Yeah, there was still so much more that I wanted to do. So many side quests to finish, so many weapons to master and collect. But I couldn't. I felt a sense of duty, of compassion, of empathy, of understanding, of love, to help, to be that shield, to be that beacon of hope. And it's odd to say this about a game about a robot girl in a thong that swings oversized swords, but I don't know if I've ever experienced such surreal and complex emotions from a simple credit sequence. It's a moment of sincere and tangible selflessness that goes beyond games. The developers were able to reach out through the screen and hit all the right chords to resonate with that primal, altruistic sense of humanity. It takes until literally the very last minutes of the game for there to be any semblance of happiness. But that's all that it needs. That one spark of hope, that one ray of joy, that one glimmer of happiness is enough to really make you feel empathy and compassion. I feel a lot of things and think about a lot of stuff when I play games. It's my favorite form of media, and I can't help but find myself becoming engrossed in them. Despite all the games I've played, all the things I've experienced, I'll never forget the first time I completed this game. It's such an unbelievable moment that is bigger than me. It's a statement to the world about the value and impact that games can have on somebody. It's emotional and powerful and uplifting. I'll never be able to truly put into words the way that I felt, but I hope that this video can do it justice. Thanks for watching.